Oh, it's something only kids who grew up poor would understand. In elementary school, hot lunch Fridays were everything. That was the only day the cafeteria served pizza, instead of the usual bland government meals. The whole school buzzed about it all week. The smell would hit you before you even entered the lunchroom. Golden crust, melted cheese, little square slices that somehow felt like magic. But the catch was, it cost $2, and we didn't have it. So every Friday, I faked being sick. Mom didn't push back. I was a good student, never missed school unless I had to. When I said I wasn't feeling well, she believed me. I'd curl up in front of the TV and try not to think about what I was missing. It wasn't just the pizza, it was what the pizza meant. Sitting at the table, being part of the group, not having to explain yourself or feel different. But one Friday, I had a spelling test I couldn't skip. I went to school, stomach twisted in knots. When lunchtime came, I grabbed my usual free tray and walked to the table, already bracing for it. All around me, kids were tearing open greasy cardboard boxes, laughing and trading slices. That's when the kid whose dad owned the town's car dealership looked at my tray and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "You, what's that even supposed to be?" The table exploded with laughter. My ears burned. I stared down at the gray lump on my tray and said quietly, "Salisbury steak." That night, I couldn't hold it in. I begged Mom for pizza money. She emptied her purse on the table, counting out coins and old receipts. She gave me a small, tired smile and said, "Next week, baby, I promise." The next Friday, I opened my backpack and found $2 folded in a scrap of paper. For 3 weeks, I had pizza like everyone else. I laughed. I felt normal. But then Mom lost her second job, and that Friday, I was back to the government tray. I tried to keep my head down. I sat quietly. But before I could even take a bite, the rich kid turned and started up again. Same smirk. Same voice ready to embarrass me all over again. But he never got the chance. The janitor had walked up behind him without anyone noticing. He pointed at my tray and said, "That right there is the best meal in this building." Everyone went quiet. "You know how I know?" he said, slowly rolling up the sleeve of his work shirt. There on his arm was a faded Navy tattoo. 20 years in the Navy. Nothing beat that Salisbury steak. The secret's in the gravy. He gave me a small wink and walked off without another word. And just like that, everything changed. No one laughed. Not that day. Not any Friday after. Years later, I came across his obituary in the local paper. Turns out he was a Navy SEAL, twice decorated for valor. Never served a single day on a ship. But what he did for me that afternoon meant more than any medal. He gave me pride. He gave me protection. He gave me something no pizza ever could. He gave me my dignity.